I right in saying, like, in the UK, the government are very much the driving force behind trying to get football back?
Yeah, and that's actually making the Premier League and some Premier League clubs uncomfortable. The government have briefed that they think it would lift morale if they can come back, and obviously doing it safely. Right now, we're still here in the UK. We're still under lockdown until May 7th, but they certainly back a plan to do it. The trouble is the Premier League. They actually care about their image. They're saying, we don't want to necessarily go back until it's entirely safe, until it's been made clear that we're not diverting resources from elsewhere. I think there's certain Premier League clubs that are asking themselves, wait, is it really worth it? Are all the costs to go and do this safely? Is all of this worth it? And there's also, as our colleague Alex Shaw reporting today, that there's some players who are saying, you know what? I don't trust these guys. I don't feel safe. I don't want to come back. So you've got different stakeholders with different views. But I think the one thing to remember, and I find this really shocking about the Premier League, is that Spain, Germany, and Italy all have very specific protocols that they've released to the public, they've released to the government for examination about how they're going to play when they come back, and they go into great detail. The Premier League haven't done that yet. They meet on Friday. Maybe they'll come up with a plan then. But the fact that they haven't until now kind of makes you wonder whether that appetite to come back is really as strong as some people suggest.
Jules, are your sentiments similar when it comes to Premier League?
Yes, definitely, and obviously the pandemic has hit countries in a different way. You've fought it in a different way. It's under control more or less, or in a different way in different countries. So it's not because France have stopped football that the UK and other countries, England and other countries, have to do it. However, it's just show you that a government of a big country, similar size than England, similar population as well, with a very similar curve of the pandemic, albeit a week later, has taken the decision that it was not safe enough to play. So if Downing Street and the UK government says it's fine, and if all the clubs are happy, and they say, okay, we've seen everything, the protocol makes sense, and there's those tests, there's this, there's that, everything is in place, whether it's in self-isolation or not, or on neutral grounds, or in the same ground, whatever they choose to do it, if everybody give the green lights, and you will have to believe that it's safe enough. However, like Gab said, I can understand if I'm a player, even in a big club, and I understand all the repercussion that not playing anymore can have on my club, on my career, for my fans, for everyone. And if I don't feel it's safe enough to play and I don't want to take the risk, I can understand why those players are not keen on playing so early.
This is all conjecture, and I know this, and and it's not like predicting a score or anything like that, but I am interested, Jules, just personally, how do you feel? Do you think we're going to see football back?
I think we will see football back in England, for example. I can only speak about France and England here from the information I have. I think it will be back in England. Maybe not in June, maybe more at the beginning of July. I still find June very, very early and very ambitious. If you think about the situation right now in the country, again with tests, with people dying, people fighting it, people contracting the virus still every day, I don't think it would be safe enough for football players to go back playing in June. In July, I think it will probably be okay, and that they will do it. I can see the emotional connection that football have with people in the UK, in England, maybe bigger than in France. So I can take that in consideration as well, and I think there will be football, but not before July, in my opinion.
Gab?
I think I think Jules is right. I think there may be football. Again, I'll feel much better about this after we see what happens with Germany. But I think what we might see, even though it's not what the leagues want right now, we might see a situation where football comes back in a reduced form. If there's a way to come back and maybe move to a playoff system to settle European places, settle relegation places, possibly settle champions, but simply play fewer games, more controlled circumstances, you can throw more resource at them, it becomes more cost effective. That might even allow you to finish the Champions League possibly under those circumstances somewhere, somehow. Obviously, we'd be talking July at this point. Then I think right now, if I had to bet, that would be I think the most realistic scenario. But again, this could all change. Let's all sit and observe what Germany do.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.